What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Cadillac Cartoons, and today I'm going to show you how to color a plaid pattern with markers and colored pencils. So as you can see on my page here, I have a picture of one of my original characters here, and you know, he's all dressed up, ready to go to a Christmas party or ready for a get-together or, you know, whatever other occasions happening around this time. But the thing is, I have my original character on my page here. I left the coat blank so I can show you guys how to color a plaid pattern. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you guys how to do the plaid pattern, but I'm only going to do it with this arm here. But after I do the arm, I'm going to time-lapse the rest of the drawing so that way you can see the plaid pattern on the entire jacket, and after then you'll see a finished and completed illustration. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. But with that being said, now let me run down the supplies that we're going to need for this video. So as you can see, I'm using markers. I'm using a combination of Copic and Ohuhu markers. So the color that I'm going to use to color this plaid pattern, I'm going to start off with just a basic red. So I'm using my Copic R29. I'm using that for the base color. And then as Ohuhu colors, I'm using R5, R7, and R8 to get some blending in place. And I'm going to use these just to get the base color of red down. And then to actually add the plaid pattern, I'm going to use a black Copic marker. And this has a brush and a chisel, if you don't know. But I'm going to use the brush tip on this marker. Or if you don't have a Copic black marker, you can also use a Sharpie brush marker or whatever other brush marker you may have. Specifically, I'm using my 110 black Copic marker, and then I also said we're going to be using colored pencils for this video. I'm going to use a combination of Arteza and Prismacolor brand colored pencils, and for the plaid pattern that I'm going to do specifically, I'm going to provide like a red, like I showed you with these markers, and I'm also going to add a black and a yellow stripy pattern to that plaid pattern specifically. So in my case, I'm using a black colored pencil. This is the Arteza brand, and for the yellow, I'm using a Prismacolor brand. The color name is Jasmine. The code is 10121012, and I forgot to mention the Arteza one. It's A017A017, whatever you want to say. But bottom line is I'm using a black colored pencil and a yellow colored pencil to do this plaid pattern along with the reds that I showed you. But that's all the supplies you're going to need. I'm doing this on Canson Bristol paper in case I haven't said it already. Yeah, so that's all the supplies you're going to need. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do first is take my Copic R29, and I'm going to use this and my other reds over here to add a base color and some shades to the entire jacket. Now I know I said I'm only doing the plaid pattern onto the arm here, but I'm just using this red and my other reds to provide a base color. That way when I time lapse the video, I'll already have the base color down. So yeah, I'll be applying that to the entire jacket or coat. So I'm going to do that in time lapse real quick, and then I'll come back to you guys and we can begin to add the plaid pattern. Alright, and as you can see, I'm done applying the reds, and you can see that I have a little bit of shading in there. So now let me zoom in on the arm specifically so I can show you guys how to create this plaid pattern. Okay, so with my black marker, my black Copic marker, it's number 110. I'm now going to construct some lines that match the angle of the arm. So like say I'm going in the same direction of this sleeve or arm here. And there's a little wrinkle right here, so be mindful of that. And then it's straight down from here. Fix that. And now we have a line that matches the movement of the arm. So we're going to do that again. Going to make another line that matches it. Just a little bit longer in this case. Just fix up that up here. Alright. And then if you want, if you do have some space, you can make another line that probably won't go all the way to the bottom where the wrist is, but you can probably get that in there if you want. Give it a little bit more of a realistic look. But that's optional, okay? So now that we got that in place, we're now going to make lines that look as if they're rotated 90 degrees. So in my case, I'm now going to make lines that go straight across like this. but keeping in mind the proportions of the arm. So, like that. So we're gonna keep going. And then I got room for one more. And there we go. Alright, so now we can put the black marker to the side for now. And now let me grab my black colored pencil. Again, this is the Arteza brand. And what I'm going to do is make thinner lines with this pencil that kind of surround the lines that we made with our marker. Like, I'm going to take this black colored pencil here, and I'm just going to make a thin line that goes in the same direction of the arm, but it surrounds the black marker line, like so. So you can kind of see it. I'm not trying to zoom in any further, but just like that. And when I say surrounds, I mean this black colored pencil, I applied it to the right hand side of this black marker line, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So keeping in mind the wrinkle that I have on my drawing specifically. Alright. And then if you have room, you can do the same thing on the first line that we created. Yeah, I ran out of room. And then you can do the same thing with this other line that doesn't go all the way to the bottom. It'll kind of get cut off right about here, but that's okay. Alright, so now we can put the black colored pencil to the side, and now let me grab my yellow colored pencil. Again, this is a Prismacolor brand. The color name is Jasmine, code is 1012. And what I'm going to do with this colored pencil is I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the black colored pencil, but instead make horizontal lines. Like, I'm going to apply this colored pencil that surrounds these black lines that go in like a horizontal direction. So like you see where this black line is that I did horizontally, I'm going to apply this yellow colored pencil around those lines, kind of. Well, I'm going to show you. So here's where the line is. And here I'm applying the yellow colored pencil like that. Alright, and as you can see, it surrounds this black line that we made with our marker. So that's what I'm going to do with all of these. Like so. And then I have one more to do at the bottom. And there we go. So now let me zoom out so I can show you guys what that looks like on the drawing. And yeah, that's looking pretty good for a plaid pattern. And what you can also do is with your white colored pencil, right here on the contour of the arm, you can begin to add highlights with that. Because apparently this white colored pencil, it's brighter than this yellow one, because I'm seeing more of this than the yellow. But yeah, even on an illustration, you can use the white colored pencil to add highlights like I would normally do in my illustrations. But now what I'm going to do is time lapse the rest of the jacket and apply this same pattern to it, so that way you can see the entire drawing with that same pattern on the jacket. So let me speed through that and I'll be right back. Alright, and there you go. So here is what the illustration looks like now that I applied this plaid pattern to this entire jacket here. And I also applied that same pattern to the bow tie as well, so that way it can all, you know, go together. But let me know in the comments, would y'all flex this at a Christmas party? Please, I'd like to know, because maybe I'll just dress up in plaid for my next Christmas party too. But anyways, that's how you do it. That is how you color a plaid pattern with markers and colored pencils. So if you liked the video or if you found it useful, give it a like and a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And I'll see you in my next video.